Oh yes, so yes, we are live. Finally, yes, we are live. How are you doing, legends? Let's analyze the situation here for the price of Bitcoin. How is everybody doing? We are dumping. Are we going to go to lower levels, guys? Let me just quickly confirm here. Having some technical issues with the software. Let me know if you can see me by the looks of things. Yes, we are live, legends. How is everyone doing? Are you worried? Are you panicking, legends? We are going to be analyzing the price of Bitcoin right away. Let's go. We can hear you. We can see you. Finally. Oh my goodness. Are we panicking here, guys? Is it panic mode? Someone in the comment section saying, what do you mean panic? This is the time to buy. Could we go to lower levels? Are we expecting that bounce at some point, legends? Are we going to get the bounce at some point? I do believe so. It's going to happen at some point, right? It needs to happen. Right? I damn hope so. I damn hope so. Altcoins are not looking great, legends. They're not looking that great. Of course, there are some AI agents, some meme coins doing their own thing. Not many. But overall, Bitcoin. We need to focus on the chart. What information can we get with this dump? We need to analyze this drop. It needs to come to an end at some point. Get some kind of a little bounce even, right? We're getting some choppiness. Will we waterfall down to $92,000? We're going to talk about the big major support levels. And yes, we are dancing around at the golden pocket, right? The 61865 zone. We actually kind of breaking through it. Is this going to hold in the end with a bit of volatility? Can we get a leg down to the 7/8 Fibonacci where we have huge amount of confluence there, guys? I do think that a bounce is going to happen at some point, right? We need to get a bounce at some point. We're going to be analyzing the waves on the lower time frame. How did we come down here? This could be the classic trap where you believe you're forming a descending wedgie structure, right? And you are going to get that reversal at some point. We'll be analyzing a little bit the waves, Fibonacci, levels of confluence. We're going to talk about the liquidity that is sitting around very interesting levels of support. I'm not going to lie, we do have some pretty interesting liquidity below $95,000 all the way down to 93.5. Just round about $1 billion of long liquidations down to 93.5K. This is the area of interest, legends. This is the area where we, hey, it looks pretty solid based on confluence. We are building a lot of short liquidations, okay? We're building a lot of short liquidations, of course, all the way up to $99,000, right? Most importantly, the highest liquidity point is around about $98,000. So it's looking interesting. It's looking interesting. Could we get a sweep more to the downside and then have a major bounce to the upside? We'll be analyzing the waves, legends, as we do get some people joining. All right, we need to talk about the most important zones of support and resistance. Is this downtrend just going to continue? We're expecting some kind of a bounce and we're just going to do this. Is that what's going to happen, legends? We need to analyze very, very carefully. I mean, it makes sense that at some point we are going to get the bounce. We're going to be doing the micro counts here on the waves and analyzing, what the heck's going on? Are we ready for a bounce? What are the levels of confluence that we are paying attention to? All right. Most importantly, for all of those aggressive traders, all of those believers that we are going to get a reversal at some point, we'll be analyzing that, okay, throughout the stream. Daily levels, naked point of control, monthly level, weekly, previous week, previous month ranges. We need to analyze where is the strongest zone of support, okay? The level where we have the most confluence. And I have to say, it is round about the $93.5 to $94,000 range. That is the area that I really like, without a doubt, for the price to actually get a bounce. Okay, there's a lot of confluence we'll be explaining throughout the waves on the higher time frame, levels of confluence, trying understanding and mapping the price action of Bitcoin. to see if we are going to get a reversal, okay? A little bounce at least, right? At least a little bounce. Anyway, let's go through the comment section as you legends destroy the like button. As you are destroying the like button, we are going to go quickly through the comment section, say hello. We do have some news in about 2-3 hours from now. We do have the FOMC minutes, all right? That is at 11 p.m. here UAE time. So we want to be cautious. Could this have a massive spike to the upside, to the downside? I want to talk about as well today the dollar index. I want to mainly focus on your favorite altcoins, okay? We ain't going to talk about my altcoins today. It is comment section. Focus on your altcoins after we do Bitcoin and a little bit of news, because there is some very interesting news going on. Something very nice that is in confluence when Donald Trump entered the White House back in 2016 on the DXY. Will we follow this? He is saying that the interest rates are very high. They are very high. Inflation is still going ever so slightly to the upside, he is saying, but interest rates are way too high. We need to cut rates, get the money printer on. Are we going to see this kind of reversal that happened as well on the dollar index when Donald Trump was president back in 2016? Very much a possibility. Very much a possibility. This is why we need to take a look at the dollar index, which has been in a pretty nice strong uptrend throughout the last few months. Is this going to be a fake out? Are we going to start rolling back down here on the dollar index to bring us that Bitcoin cryptocurrency bull run continuation? We'll be analyzing dollar index here, guys, because there are some interesting fundamental stuff that we can take into consideration. Let's go through the comment section, say hello as we do get the people joining the stream. Let me just see if we do have over 100 likes, guys, because that's what we need. Yes, we do. Let's get to 200 likes here as we do get more people joining here the live stream. Let's get the algorithm absolutely pumping, right? Get those likes in. Let's get some viewers and we'll focus on the technical analysis. ICP is doing quite okay. Quite okay. ICP is getting a little bit of a bounce compared to the other cryptos. I like ICP. It's getting a bit of a better bounce, all right, than other cryptocurrencies. What's ICP doing? I hold a significant bag of ICP. I do have a few thousand ICP tokens, and hopefully ICP is, it's getting a little bit of a bouncy after the drop, right? So it is happening on ICP. Could we see something similar to Bitcoin, right? When we do zoom in here on the lower time frames, right? Bitcoin's kind of doing this price action, right? Where you're just slowly grinding to the downside right over here. ICP getting a reversal. We ain't seen that just quite yet on Bitcoin, right? When we do zoom in here, this is the kind of classic momentum where you are going to get a bounce at some point, right? Where you are dropping, you got the overall choppy downtrend, right? Kind of the side effect of yesterday's movement down, right? Because people usually sell late, right? This is the panic moment. And then, oh my goodness, then you get the overall panic, choppy, right? Selling pressure. And then you do this, right? That's what usually happens. People sell late after seeing this massive panic candle, right? Oh my goodness. People do not sell here. People sell after, right? And this is what is creating that choppiness, downtrend, panic momentum. And then you suddenly see this. Very similar to what ICP is doing, right? When we do take a look at the ICP chart, right? You got the panic candle. Oh my goodness. I'm holding the bags, guys. I'll hold ICP down to $8, $6. It doesn't matter. I'll buy more if we do get down there. That is for sure. But overall, panic. Boom. Start to see a little reversal. I mean, is this reversal sustainable? Well, it really depends on Bitcoin, we got to say. So we need to focus here on the price of Bitcoin, see what's going on. We're still very much downtrending. What are the different possibilities here on the price of Bitcoin? Regardless if we are going to come down below $92,000, regardless of this, guys, okay? Because there's a lot of people talking about this right now. I've had my coffee this morning on, looking at X, right? Looking at Twitter. And there's a lot of people talking about this scenario already, right? There is a lot of people talking about the ABC possible movement to the downside. You started to see people, shifting from the December 2023 price action, which we were very skeptical about this scenario, guys. We were very, very skeptical about, hey, are we forming the exact same price action from December of 2023 and we're going to rock it to all-time high? Not today. Not this week. Not this week, legends. Not this week. So we were very skeptical about this anyway. We were still leaning on the probability of this happening. Now the question is, there's a lot of people looking at this scenario, right? Looking at, it's time to sweep the lows. Lots of liquidity. $85,000, right? There's a lot of people expecting this kind of move, which, makes it very disturbing. So we're going to be analyzing a little bit of the lower time frame. What we need to focus right now, as we mentioned yesterday, as we were having the drop, is, okay, how have we dropped here, right? How have we dropped? We were really focusing on this uptrend throughout the last 1 to 2 weeks. Very confusing, still leaning on the side that this does not look impulsive, right? It looks very choppy, kind of a, contracting move. Very poor 5-wave move to the upside, especially after this move. The correction was kind of inevitable, right? It was kind of inevitable that this could have been a fake out above $100,000, even though you had an increase in volume here. Now, people will get confused about the volume when you have it at the very end of a trend. It could really mean that you are at the end, right? That this is the end, right? When you get an increase in volume throughout the middle of the trend, right, then that is good. That means that the trend has power, right, for more upside. The moment you start getting high volume at a very end, basically when you've been uptrending for over a week here, especially with this structure where we're speculating on an ABC flat and you got the A wave, hey, I'm not liking it. I'm not liking it. Got into a very small short position. I'm actually been compounding into this short as we're getting the drop to maximize the profits, as I got into a very, very small short position, as I did not catch that double top, guys, scenario right over here, which would have been absolutely golden, right? The double top rejection, shorted a little late here in this zone with a tiny stop loss, low capital, saying, look, if we rolled over, then it's, we're gonna make some profits. But ideally, I would have wanted to catch this double top, right? This is the this would have been the ideal scenario as mentioned yesterday, but did not manage to catch that as I was sleeping. So let's focus on this downtrend. We're going to give a little explanation and make you explain that there is a high chance of some kind of a bounce here that is likely going to happen, just analyzing the waves that we've formed throughout the last 24 hours on the lower time frame, right? There has to be some kind of bounce happening very, very soon, whether we do hit $94,000 range or not, right? I mean, if we do drop there, I would kind of want to long a falling knife, but only at specific levels, right? Only at specific levels, and I'm going to explain why right away. We are pumping, yes, we are pumping a little bit, right? We are pumping ever so slightly. We are pumping a little bit. we are pumping, just in the last 10 minutes. We are very much downtrending still, but yeah, we're going to focus on the waves here, try and understand what the heck is going on. Okay, and then we're going to go through the levels of support that we have to the downside. Okay, despite any bounce, I do think that there is a high chance that this bounce can be very corrective. Okay, as mentioned yesterday, the movement to the upside is going to be very interesting wherever that happens. If we go lower and we bounce, or we bounce from this zone, I think that this bounce is going to be very corrective, and we'll be analyzing with a magnifying glass, especially in the Legends trading community, followed with Devil, rest of the coaches, to see how this wave is moving to the upside. However, the question is, are we going to bounce here, Or could we bounce at the $94,000 range, right? Are we going to get one more leg to the downside, sweep up the $1 billion of long liquidations, and then come up to sweep up the short liquidations, right? It's all a liquidity game. The price goes where the liquidity is. So we got, very close to the price action that we are right now. We got some, just $1,000 move down, and we're grabbing some significant liquidity. Could we get that reaction bounce after claiming that liquidity? Can we catch the falling knife for the reversal, right? And, if you want to try and catch a falling knife, there's only certain specific levels of support that you can attempt that risky exercise, right? Let's leave it that way, that risky exercise. And yeah, down there, we do have some levels. First of all, we do have a weekly level down there, okay? We do have, the previous month close as well, previous month close that could act ever so slightly as support. When we do go to the monthly chart, we do have the monthly close, right? Monthly close, the previous monthly close, which is basically the monthly open as well, right? Right over here. This is where we have the weekly level, right? It's an untapped weekly level, close and open. It's a very interesting level. We got the previous month close. We got a weekly level that hasn't been tapped yet. We know that these levels usually get some pretty good reactions. This zone is exactly where we have that amount of liquidity, right? All of these, hundreds of millions of dollars of long liquidations are there. And there is interesting count. There is an interesting count based on Elliott wave theory, based on the waves, based on the volume, based on the timing, that, if we get a bounce and then move down there to those levels, this is an incredible confluence area, right? So why is that 93.5K so important? It's a weekly level. It's the previous month close. It's the 7/8 Fibonacci retracement from the pivot low here of the start of the uptrend on the 30th of December, right? We got the 7/8 Fibonacci ever so slightly above that weekly level when the previous month closed. So we know it's a solid level. It's a solid level, the 93.5K level, where we could see a significant bounce. Now, this movement to the downside is very interesting. Right? Why is it so interesting? We've got a huge amount of volume. When we do analyze the volume here, right? ICP front running the chart of Bitcoin. ICP getting that nice little bounce, right? You got the panic candle. You got the descending broadening wedge or channel structure where people panic. It's over, guys. It's over, right? And then eventually you get that relief rally, right? You get that relief rally at some point. And this is possibly going to happen to Bitcoin, very, very soon. Very, very soon. There is a chance that it might happen now in the next coming hours. So regarding the waves here to the downside, let's kind of try and analyze this structure. What is very interesting here is the movement down, where we have formed a first wave 1 here, a wave 2. Could we be in the third wave somewhere in this area? We have created a 4-5 already, right? Analyzing this third wave down, where we do have the highest amount of volume. That's what we want to see in a third wave, right? Where we look very, it does look very explosive. What is very interesting about this movement is we got a 1-2 here, and we got a little bit of a dip and a pullback here as well. So I like to count this as a double 1-2, right? You got a double 1-2 right there, meaning this 1-2 is part of your third wave. And of course, inside of this 1-2, you then have the third wave of the larger time frame third wave, right? So the question right now, is, did we finish that third wave over here? Did we finish this third wave? We're going to turn this yellow just because I like yellow. Did we finish this third wave? And we are going to get, and we have formed a 4-5 here, This would be rare. It would be quite rare, just because this fourth wave, higher time frame wave 4, needs to kind of be a little bit more aggressive, right? Needs to be a bit more aggressive, and then form a wave 3, right? Wave 5, sorry. So I'm in doubt. I'm in doubt that we've finished the impulsive move. I think this bounce, if we do get a bounce here, there is a chance that we're still forming that higher time frame wave 4. Just because when we do analyze here, 1, 2, and then we got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, right? Or this is potentially being the entire 5th wave in an expanding move, right? To finish that third wave. Maybe that wave 5 has been an expanding move. Now, this is a little bit confusing without a doubt, but what doesn't make sense is that you would have finished this impulsive move down here in a 5 wave. And the main reason why is this wave 4. This wave 4, we do know where to get Fibonacci retracement from this wave 2 to the end here, right? Speculating that this would have been the end right there. You got a bit of a very choppy expanding wave 5. Very, very choppy. And the main reason why we're speculating on an expanding wave 5 here, and that we haven't still formed the wave 4 from the higher time frame, is because when we get Fibonacci retracement from the wave 2 to the end of wave 3, right, wherever the wave 3 is, if it were to be here, the end, right, we did not even retrace to the 236 Fibonacci, which is kind of a minimum zone for that wave 4 on the higher time frame. So this bounce did not hit the 236 Fibonacci. When we do get the Fibonacci retracement and we put it all the way down here to the lows right there, we still haven't hit the 236 Fibonacci retracement as well, right? We can see we're just under that 236, and that is at least a minimum zone that you would want to hit for this higher time frame wave 4, which is basically looking at this 1, 2, you got the third wave here or here, it doesn't matter, you still haven't retraced to a minimum zone for that wave 4 on the higher time frame, which is your 236 or even the 50%, right? Most commonly in this area. That's where I want to see the bounce here. Once you start crossing the 236, then I would say, okay, we are inside of the wave 4, and we possibly going to create one more low to the downside. And this is how I come to the conclusion that despite any bounce here to 96K, to 97.2, to 98.2, without hitting the golden pocket to invalidate your wave 4, you know, we're still inside the wave 3. We haven't still formed that higher time frame wave 4. And the conclusion to this, we ain't going to do some micro counts here because we can go absolutely crazy, but there is an option here of an expanding, right, diagonal for that wave 5, without a doubt. You know, there is a very much a possibility that this wave 4 to 5 inside of the third wave is an expanding move, very complex, very rare. But the conclusion that we haven't formed a wave 4 to then come back down and create a new low is because of Fibonacci retracement from this wave 2 to the end. Even if you finished here, right? Let's just speculate that you finished your wave 3 here. You did not retrace to the 236, which is your minimum target zone for your wave 4. If we take the other low, you haven't hit the 236 either, right? On this movement, you were shallow, still coming down. When we take the other low, which the one created just a few hours ago, still haven't hit the 236. So, I mean, this means that this kind of bounce needs to happen Even though if we go lower, at some point you're going to create that bounce to hit the 236 at a bare minimum, then maybe to get another low formed to then get a larger bounce. Okay, so, you know, I am interested in longs without a doubt. Just looking for that bounce, realizing that the bounce needs to happen. To get into a short trade, well, what we need to analyze is that movement to the upside as soon as we cross the 236 to the 50% Fibonacci. Wherever the low is, once we start crossing the 236, we need to analyze very carefully which best Fibonacci retracement has the best confluence. So if this were to be the low out of speculation and we get that relief rally, the 382, which is a common level for your wave 4, is exactly sweeping up the highs right over here. So, I mean, this is a classic lower high for a liquidity grab. It's a classic level. So, I mean, I would be interested in speculating on a short trade based on a liquidity grab above 97.2. Then look for the one more wave down and then get the bounce, right? Maybe to 94, maybe to 93.5. Any movement down from now is likely going to get a bounce. And if we do waterfall to this weekly level zone, the 7/8 Fibonacci, I have to say that we still potentially in that third wave. We're still forming that third wave here, and we still need to form that 4 and 5. I mean, this 4 can be relatively high, right? We can even go to the 50% Fibonacci, 98K, right? It could be pretty high, that fourth wave. So, yeah, local bounces at levels of confluence is kind of inevitable, right? So, sweep of this high is going to be interesting for a short, or even coming to the 50% Fibonacci, which is also some very interesting lower highs that we had from the start of yesterday's drop, right? It's a classic zone where the price could hit and start rejecting, right? Which is round about 98,300. Would be nice to get a little bit more of a bounce to that zone, right? We got the 382 in this zone, right? This consolidation area, beautiful for a liquidity grab. And after the drop from yesterday, we got the dead cat bounce to 98,200. That's where we have 50% Fibonacci. So these two levels are going to be very interesting for that speculative fourth wave to actually get another leg to the downside if we were to get that bounce between today and tomorrow, right? So overall, a bounce looks very highly likely at some point throughout today, possibly, right? The question is, will we get one wick to the downside, flick, you know, grab that liquidity just below 94,500, right? Get a nice move down to 94 or even 93.5, right? Extending there, that nice little drop of $1,000. That is where we do have the weekly. This would be like an aggressive long trade, guys. This is the kind of, if you want a falling knife catch, right? If you want to catch a falling knife for a significant bounce, the level is the weekly, the previous month close, right? Previous month close. We do have it right over there here in the blue. Previous month close and the 7/8 Fibonacci. One of these levels you are looking at as a guidance, right? This is your guidance zone. Let's just zoom in right there. This would be your guidance area. Why is this your level of guidance? Because we have that huge amount of confluence. You got 7/8, you got the weekly, and you got the previous month close. This is a zone where I would really snipe along if the price, whatever level gets the reaction and gets above it, sniper a long trade looking for that recovery. This would be the area that I would be interested in, either the 7/8 Fibonacci, either the weekly, or either the previous month close. Will we get down there, or are we going to bounce from here already? very much possible. There is, without a doubt, a possibility. There is, on the lower time frames, an acceptable count here that we could already get that bounce, which is ending this third wave right over here, right? The main reason why is this kind of expanding move. Got a bit of an expanding move down, and there is a 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 count right there. Very much possible that we are going to be entering that wave 4 from current price levels. Okay, so there is a chance that we could be getting that bounce now throughout the next coming hours on that wave 4, and then I would be looking for another leg down. It's highly likely that we're going to form another leg down here. So eventually the best levels to short to manage risk, you know, in a nutshell, they're relatively simple. One of the levels are going to be hit at some point, guys, but to be, you know, this is a day trade scenario that could turn into a small little swing trade. Previous week close looks interesting. Previous week close is a very interesting level. That's where we do have the lower highs right there, which is also with the Fibonacci 50%, right? Speculating that wave 4. I mean, that would be a relatively strong bounce all the way up there to $98,000. That is where we do have a lot of liquidity. We do have a lot of liquidity up there. So in a nutshell, as I explained, levels of interest here is round about the weekly level, previous month close. Big level of interest for a reaction and a significant bounce, especially, you know, regardless if you form that wave 4 or not, because if we do form that wave 4, wherever it ends, right? Wherever it ends, regardless, we are looking for a bounce here on a higher time frame wave 4. So there is one scenario here. We come down to this level, or we double bottom, right? We kind of failed auction, we don't reach the levels, and then we start getting a bounce. We either bounce from here, form that wave 4, and then come down, and then we would have a completion here of a 5 wave impulsive move. Then eventually looking for that bigger bounce in the next coming days. Regardless of whatever happens, right? If we move down now to that 93.5K zone, 94, 93.5, or we move down later, the bounce is kind of inevitable, right? You're gonna, you know, it looks really, you know, it's the best level where you could get that bounce, because you still need to form the 4th wave. If you come down from here, if you bounce from here and then come down, you're completing a 5 wave move down, looking then for a larger recovery in the next coming days. So overall, that would be the interesting level, guys. Remember, if you are interested in trading, we do have Weeks, which is a great platform. Weeks has the greatest bonus down below. You only need an email and a password, legends. Nothing else. Do your Google Authenticator, and you have the links down below in the description, okay? For Weeks or either Bluffin. Bluffin is a great alternative. I know some people can't trade on Bybit. You have Weeks or Bluffin, which are great alternatives, all right, to Bybit. Check out the bonuses down below and start trading right away. Let's continue here, because I mean, I'm not sure if you guys want to do higher time frame. I'm going to go through the comment section right away, but this is basically what I am looking at. There is a potential, obviously, of bouncing here. I'm in a very, very small long position based on a double bottom. It might get stopped out. It's a very, very small position compared to the short, but yeah, looking for that possibility of this kind of failed auction double bottom. There is a chance. You got the previous week equilibrium. This is this horizontal line right over here. there is a possibility that you could count this as a 5-wave expanding move from this high. Okay, so there is a possibility that you might get that leg up here, and be very, very defensive. Only a small position, just being aware that we could get that leg to the downside. Happy to get out of the market and actually long here based on the reaction. This would be my best interesting level. All right, not adding to position, not doing any of that silly business. Rather get a tiny stop loss, wait for this level, because I know this level has a very high potential in getting the bounce. All right, so we might even hit that level throughout the stream, right? 94 to 93.3k zone would be a very, very interesting level. Just get that last wick to the downside for any people that are trying to predict a reversal here, right? To stop them out and then get the reversal bounce, right? Let's see. I mean, there is a chance that we could get it from these current zones, all right? But manage risk accordingly. We are downtrending. If you're not in a short already from higher or from any lower highs from here. Let's go through the comment section. These are the interesting levels that could be hit in the next coming hours. Eventually shorting these small little pumps, you know, it's kind of not worth it. You get a lot of volatility here to manage risk, right? You kind of a little bit late to the party, despite you could move to lower levels without a doubt. Okay, we are downtrending, but getting into small little scalps on this bounce, realizing that you could form a larger bounce very, very soon is without a doubt risky as well. Okay, so if you're not in a short position from higher, I'm not too interested in shorting here these small little movements, these small pullbacks, just realizing the potential of that movement up, right? If you want to scalp short to the lows, you know, it's always an option. You are downtrending locally here, so if you short the highs, make sure to take profit at the lows, just realizing that this could get that reversal at some point. For the day trading scenarios, much better levels that we do have in between today and tomorrow, in a nutshell, based on the waves, based on the confluence, guys, is without a doubt the best levels right over here, right over here, and right over here. Based on the waves, on Fibonacci, on the timing, these are the best zones that I would be paying attention to go in a little bit heavier. Right in this zone, it is risky without a doubt to get into longs. You know, I'm in a very, very low leverage, low capital long position right there, speculating that we could form that fourth wave. But overall, would be more interested in getting into a heavier long position if we do react at this level. That would be the golden zone. And if we bounce from here, I'm interested in shorts without a doubt, right? We're shorting and we're long in Legends. We long and short. This is what we do. So, you know, these are day trading scenarios. So this would be a great zone as well. 97,200. Sweep these lower highs. It's perfect. It's in confluence with the 382 Fibonacci from this pivot to the pivot low. If this were to be the pivot low, it's absolutely golden. 382 with the lower high and 50% Fibonacci. If you smash through that level, right, and you don't swing failure pattern, right, you're looking at this lower high right there with the 50% Fibonacci, which is with the previous week close. I'm gonna zoom out ever so slightly here just to analyze the fixed volume profile, because I'm pretty sure that we do have value area high potentially. Yeah, value area high from this consolidation that we had since the 19th of December, right? You got this consolidation right there, and the value area high is exactly where we do have the previous week close. We were getting resistance right there just last week. It's the, you know, it makes total sense to complete that fourth wave as well. We get a little bit of more of a bounce and then roll down. So, I mean, I would be very interested in that zone for a lower high formation to continue to the downside. We're going to have to analyze very carefully how we move up there. If we do so, right? Anyway, let's go. let's go right away. Interesting levels, guys, have to say. These are the interesting levels. If you wait patiently for these levels, one will likely get a reaction. One will likely get a reaction. The thing is, in trading, you need to wait patiently for the price action to fit with your analysis. This is the analysis that I have for the moment. And you just need to wait patiently for those levels if you're not in a trade already. Okay, so anyway, let's go right away. Cycle's over. Stop dreaming. Yeah, this is very much classic, right? When we, there were not many people just a few days ago talking about the bearishness, right? When we were breaking above $100,000, right? We only saw the massive bullish people in the comment section when we breaking above 100K. I was still actually skeptical looking at the rejection here. But it's pretty fun to see in the comment section, right? Where you get, hey, absolutely mooning. This is bullish. We're going to go higher. We're going to actually form the same pattern that we formed in December of 2023. And then we get this dump, and then we have the bears coming out to play, right? Saying it's over. It's all over. Yeah, without a doubt, I do see a possibility of going below $90,000, right? Based on the larger ABC move. But about the bull market being over, I have taken a bit of profits on my Bitcoin holding, I have to say, at 90K and at 100K, about 10% in total from what I've been accumulating throughout the last couple of years, right? Well, last few years, right? Basically the spot bag. We need to take a bit of profits, right? There is a higher time frame reason. We're going to see a lot of people speculating on depression and all of that. We always see that, right? I know there's going to be a depression at some point. Will it be next year or in 2027? We don't know, right? But there is going to be one without a doubt at some point in the coming years, if that is not this year. It's going to happen, right? We like it or not. Something's, shit's going to hit the fan. And we want to have some cash, because cash is king in a recession. With or without inflation, it doesn't matter. Cash is king. People want to get out of assets, right? People, when there's a shit hit that hits the fan, look at the C19 crash, right? Everything crashed. Nobody wants to hold anything when you have a lockdown. People losing jobs, right? Screw that. I'm going to sell this. I need cash because I buy my food and I put petrol in my car with cash, not with Bitcoin or gold. So I need the cash, right? Screw the risk assets. So in a depression, everything will collapse. It's just, it's inevitable, right? Will Bitcoin be the safe haven, inflation, this, that, the other? Yeah, long term, Bitcoin will go to $1 million. There's no doubt about it. But short term, it can be very, very shaky, right? And I want to have a little bit of cash in the sidelines just in case, Bitcoin gets the dump down to 50, 40K. I would be ready to start accumulating at those levels again, right? So you need to be in cash and in crypto and in assets at the same time, right? You need to have a balanced portfolio. You can't be all in, right? You can't be all in because you will get wrecked. Because when a depression comes, it's going to be painful and it's going to be fast. It's going to be painful and it's going to be fast. You're going to get dips. You're going to get hope. You're going to get dips. You're going to get hope. You're going to get dips. And in a matter of a couple of months, you're like, oh my goodness, I thought we were going to get the bounce, right? I thought we were bouncing here, and this is what creates the cycle, the classic cycle, right? Where you think that the drop is a pullback. Right? You think that this is the pullback and that you're going to bounce back up. It's classic. Everybody gets caught on this scenario. Everybody gets caught not taking enough profits. I will get caught. Most of the crypto influencers, investors, they will get caught as well. Only the big money will know to get out with maximizing profits that will create that dump. This is why, and I have to sell something here, right? It would be stupid for me, not for you. It would be stupid for me not to sell anything from all of the Bitcoin that I've been buying throughout the last few years, right? It's just, it would be stupid for all of the accumulation made, not only here, also here. I only sold here. I started accumulating once we broke down the $30,000 level here on this double top, right? If you wish. But I only sold 25% here and didn't do anything here. So if you've been accumulating in this zone, like heavy accumulation, guys, Bitcoin has done a 3, 4, 5x, right? Depending on which zone you buy. I would say an average of a 4x from my buying zone, throughout the last few years. If you are accumulating heavily, you are in pretty decent profits, right? A 4x in 2 years is a lot, right? A 4x in not even 2 years, right? 1.5 to 2 years is a lot if you're a heavy accumulating guy, right? Where you do put every week several $1,000s and you're accumulating. Without a doubt, that there is that possibility that we either go on a super cycle, right? This is also a scenario. We create the extreme bullish case scenario, or you actually already reached the peak of the bull run. You formed a 5-wave, and you cannot deny this. You formed a 5-wave move since the bear market lows. For a lot of people that have joined late, which you can see on Google Trends, I mean, we kind of followed the classic market cycle already. I am expecting at least the altcoins to get a pop, right? To get one pop, one more last FOMO stage, right? I am expecting that. But when you do take a look at Google Trends, right? When the search word Bitcoin worldwide, you got the classic run up here just in the last, my goodness, this is absolutely awesome to see. It's just the classic retail pump. October, November, which is pretty accurate, right? Pretty accurate. The last big rally here is when you see Google Trends, people, right? Throughout the 2024, not too much interest, a little bit of spikes, but the biggest spike comes in this wave, hitting $100,000 of interest, right? It's just, I have to say, a higher time frame, I am still bullish. But I have sold some of my spot Bitcoin, and we need to stay on the safe side. We need to stay on the safe side. That is without a doubt. Anyway, let's go through the comment section. It is time to take a look at some altcoins. I don't want to shake you out, legends. I don't want to make you panic. I still hold a significant bag of altcoins. Still, most of them are in the profit still. There's only 2 or 3 altcoins that I do have that are in the negative, right? Unrealized profits. Unrealized losses, sorry. But a lot of the altcoins that have been bought throughout the last few months were at rock bottom levels, and have taken some profits on some of them. The ones that have been taking out the March highs. Of course, for some people that are putting $1,000 or $2,000, it's not worth taking profits, right? I put $1,000, I've only made $4,000. I want this to do a 20x, a 30x, right? And make $20, $30, $50,000, right? But people that go a little bit more heavy and just looking for a quick flip of a 3, 4x, such as myself, where I'm allocating 20K, 30K, 50K on some, and I do a quick flip, I'm in him and I'm out, guys. I realize this is a ferocious, market, and we just want to be sell now, go away. Never sell all of your Bitcoin. I still hold a significant bag. Only sold 10% of my portfolio, legends. I do believe in that super cycle. I am a Bitcoin bull long term. So, I do believe that this is still corrective, and we are looking for another wave. Despite that we do dip below $90,000, I will see this as an opportunity zone, especially when we're getting Donald Trump in the White House being president. We are going to see some rockets without a doubt at some point, whether we get the blow off top and then we get a recession. I mentioned an Elliott wave count that makes more sense. Check once. I will do that right away. My man Aditya providing the technical analysis. Let's check it. Absolutely possible. Yeah, we got an expanding wave move down. Very much possible, my man. Shout out to you. Shout out to you. Very much a possibility here that we do get another leg down. Another leg down here in this expanding move. I like it. Very possible. Anyway, let's go through the comment section. It is time to take a look at some altcoins. All right, it is time to take a look at some altcoins from the community. Let's go, legends. Time to take a look at some altcoins. I'm in that ever so slightly small long position here. Also in the short, I've been compounding this short, already taken $2,000 of profit, and I'm, just compounding the short as we go lower and then taking more profits. Also a kind of a hedge of any small long positions that I'm taking here in this range, looking for a significant bounce. But overall, if you are interested, guys, Weeks is absolutely awesome. It's an awesome platform. They have lots of liquidity. You get the greatest bonus down below in the description, $20,000 bonus. You get airdrops every time you trade, right? You do the deposit and trade, you're going to get airdrops. So your capital will increase. You can use that for your trading. Just an email and a password is needed, guys. Check out here the link down below for Weeks or for Bluffin. Bluffin is a great alternative as well. Bluffin has, very, very high bonus. Also, just an email and a password, guys. Both of them are great alternatives to Bybit. Bybit for me is number one. If you can sign up to Bybit, I would go with Bybit. Of course, I've been trading there for over 5 years. But Weeks is great. Illuvium with boom, promising AI project. Illuvium. Yeah, Illuvium has got a devastating correction, but overall, buy the dip, legends. Buy the dip. FTM chart. FTM did do a transition to Sonic, right? We do have Sonic, which is now the new FTM. FTM SVM. No, it's not this one. Should be. It's probably not here yet on CoinGecko. Yeah, but Sonic is. I think it is on Bybit. They do. Yeah. This is the new FTM token. They only just put this on Bybit just a few days ago. Yeah, basically yesterday. Getting a major launch rally. ADA, please. Let's take a look at ADA. Why not? Let's go through some altcoins, guys, right away. Hang on a second. It's getting a bit warm in here, so I need to turn here the AC on. And the desk fan, the 𝗬𝗫𝗃 desk fan. We need to get the desk fan on, legends. It's getting kind of warm, and then we're going to take a look at some altcoins right away. As we are getting that like button absolutely destroyed. Let's get to 400 likes. It's pretty lame to ask for likes, guys, but I have to, because if not, the like button just won't go up. People are, I don't know, people like to watch but don't like to like. So, hey, let's smash up the like button. We're going to do some altcoins from the community, try and analyze a little bit of where we at on the higher time frame on 4, 5, 6 altcoins from the comment section. Analyze very carefully where we at. Are there good opportunities? But I need that like button, guys, to absolutely get destroyed. Then we go through a little bit of news later on and have that news as a little bit of a fundamental news, right, for Bitcoin and crypto long term. It's hot in here. I'm getting the sweats from the dump. Altcoin profits are going down, baby. And we don't like that. We don't like that. Let's get that like button to 400 likes, and it's altcoin time for the comment section. Virtual. Oh yes, it is time for altcoin season. It is time for altcoin season. Guys, be careful. In about 2.5 hours from now, we do have the FOMC minutes. It might be a big fat nothing burger. We might get some volatility, okay? So just be careful throughout that hour. We might get a bit of volatility. Let's go. Your thoughts on 𝗬𝗎. Based on the cryptocurrency, I have really no thoughts on it, but it has had an awesome rally, right, throughout the last couple of years already, right? This has kind of already had a pretty intense movement up. My thoughts on 𝗬𝗎. Let's go. I have to say, we got Fibonacci retracement here. My thoughts on 𝗬𝗎 is that possibly, what a major resistance from that high resistance trend line right there. Absolutely epic rejection here at the 5.8 cent level. But from the bear market lows, we can clearly see, let me just double check here on 𝗬𝗎. Let me just quickly check on 𝗬𝗎 right away. Quick analysis, legends, right? We ain't going to spend, yeah, we did not take out the lows right there. Meaning that this was a higher low, right? This was an impulsive move, a correction. Then we got the next move to the upside. I am worried. I am worried on 𝗬𝗎 because, my goodness, this is the kind of analysis that I would be in denial. I'm in denial, believing that we need to see altcoins pump even more, right? And from the bear market lows of 2023 on 𝗬𝗎, right? Let's just talk about the returns that these altcoins have given in about a year or 18 months. 𝗬𝗎 from the bear market lows all the way up to the high that was created here in December was a 1,800% return. 18x. I have to say, if you don't like that for a cryptocurrency bull run, you know, hey, some of my altcoins have only done a 4, 5, some of them a 6, 7x. Because it's an average accumulation zone on different ones, right? The most one that I've accumulated is Chainlink, and it's only about a 3x in profit at the moment. So regardless, it is profit, right? So if you don't think that this is already a pretty decent bull run, making an 18x in less than 18 months, you know, hey, there are reasons to believe that it's happened, right? It is Q1 of 2025. If we do consider the 4-year cycle, we need to see some more pumpy action. We cannot, right? Lot of these analysts, moon boys. I'm a moon boy myself, guys, and don't get me wrong here. We are analyzing hey, we cannot double top on the altcoin market, right? The total 3 market cap, which is altcoins excluding Ethereum. We smashed through the previous all-time high on the previous cycle, right? 2018 peak, January. We smashed through, right, in the previous cycle. Of course, we did have lots of money printing activity. There was trillions of dollars, right, being printed just after the C19 crash, right? Just after C19. So there's a lot of liquidity that brought a lot of power to the bull run, right? The crypto bull run. The thing here is you usually get some kind of rejection, right, at the high. This is the total crypto market cap, right? You usually at an all-time high on a higher time frame, you usually get a kind of a double top scenario, right, where you do reject from the highs. You know, this has happened as well here. You got the breakout and you got a significant pullback. Then you rallied. Okay, so we cannot top out here, right? This cannot be a double top. Come on. It will be funny, you know. For me, it will be devastating, guys. I will be down hundreds of thousands of dollars if we start pulling back another 20, 30%, 40% on altcoins. And yeah, it will be funny, right? It will be kind of funny because most of the people will get caught on that movement down. Even myself, I would have taken very low profits, right? And not losing much because I've been buying eventually at very good levels throughout different, you know, cryptos and also Bitcoin. Have taken a bit of profit on Bitcoin, a bit of profit on some altcoins. But we will all get caught if we start rolling down here, right? I'm not bearish, legends, but I'm just making the fact that it will be very interesting, right? If Bitcoin has topped out here, and altcoins, lots of them have had a very, very poor rally, right? Lots of them from the last year, of doing a 3, 4, 5x on average. Some of them are 10, 15x. But lots of people will get caught if we start rolling down in the next coming weeks and months, right? They'll be like, you know, you expect the pullback, right? You expect the pullback to get a bounce. And my goodness, just imagine, right? It will be devastating. It will be devastating. It will be funny. Bankrupt. If we go lower, no break even. Yeah, if we go lower, no break even. Andy, love the channel. Give me some hope on Chainlink, please. Chainlink, my #1 crypto. This is the one that we need to analyze because this is my biggest altcoin bag. I have more Chainlink than Ethereum. It's my biggest holding on altcoins, and I'm still okay with it. I have to say, I'm still okay. This is still very much okay. Yeah, we still pretty much okay with Chainlink. I have to say the most bullish case scenario is that we have completed your first wave 1 here in your wave 3, or you're still possibly forming the wave 3, right? We've been speculating for months throughout August, September, that we are going to form another wave here. What is very confusing, right? You know, the scenario that nobody wants to hear, the scenario that nobody wants to hear is, what if this is not a third wave formation and it's an ABC? And we're just going to have a larger bear market because we're going to enter a recession, depression, or whatever. And this has been an ABC move. It's been a correction from the dump that we had in 2022. And this is only a 3-wave structure. So I have to say, you know, that this is still bullish. We've been leaning bullish for the last year, you know, throughout the last 2 years since this accumulation. We were realizing that this was going to happen. Still leaning bullish. We like it or not. I haven't taken profits on Chainlink, and if Chainlink does go down back to accumulation level in the next coming months, right, down to $10 to $5 area, which is basically where I've been buying, well, I'll be at break even. Let's just leave it that way. But it will be devastating. I have some pretty interesting profits at the moment. But yeah, I'm you know, I'm really speculating. I'm really considering taking profits on the next leg up if we do hit the $36, $38 zone on Chainlink. Start scratching some profits from what I've been buying throughout the last few years. It's just the fact that we did not get all the way up here to the 1.618 still is disturbing, but there is a reason to believe that we are still inside that third wave, and that has to do with the momentum here to the upside and the timing of these waves and these corrections. We are still pretty much good and healthy on Chainlink, and we should be bottoming out at these fib levels. Let me just get the Fibonacci, right? Because what I'm looking at here is 1, 2 right there, 3, 4, and 5 still to come. And let's just speculate here on this fourth wave, the Fibonacci levels on the retracement, because yeah, we could not go much lower than the 50%. The 50% is what, you know, where we're bouncing at the moment, and we're just really coming down to retest it. So the moment that we do come down, if we do so on Chainlink to the $17 range, hitting the golden pocket, I'm going to be extremely skeptical about, you know, I would be maybe scratching some profits on Chainlink at this zone, because I would be you know, it would be really invalidating ever so slightly the potential of this being a fourth wave. We are holding the 50% Fibonacci. This is where we need to hold, right? We can go to $19. We can go to 18.5 ever so slightly, you know, not hitting the golden pocket. The moments we hit golden pocket, this will be too deep of a pullback. We might get a relief rally, but I will be very, very skeptical on continuation to the upside. So for the moment, we are still good. We are at support. Regarding the structure, looking at Elliott wave theory, we are still good. The moment we dip down below $18 is the moment I'm going to be like, okay, guys, you know, it's not looking too good. And I know we're going to get some kind of relief bounce, right? It's just, it won't be the moment to panic sell, right? Golden pocket might get a relief bounce, but I will be very, very skeptical on that bounce. We'll be analyzing with the magnifying glass the next bounce that happens in crypto. I mean, on Chainlink, if Chainlink comes down there. Because if we start moving up with a very, very poor price action, very, very wedgy, you know, with no power, I'm going to say it's not looking good. I'm going to collect some profits. I don't want to be caught here on the movement down. You know, the charts really do tell a story. For the moment, the story is still bullish regarding Chainlink anyway, regardless any other cryptos that are at shit levels. Chainlink is still good regarding the analysis. And the main reason why this is my biggest holding, because I have been doing analysis on Chainlink throughout the last few years massively, and throughout the channel we've been talking about this being an insane accumulation. Just buy whatever here, guys, because this is rock bottom levels. It was so clear after coming from a bear market that this was rock bottom levels. And I don't want to sell Chainlink till we hit all-time high or $100, but you know, I'm very much aware, depending on what Bitcoin does, depending on how Chainlink moves here throughout the next coming weeks, there might be an exit strategy, guys. For the moment, it is still bullish, no panic. But if we hit certain levels, in the case of Chainlink, get into the $17 range, I'm going to be very, very skeptical. The next bounce is going to tell us all of the information that we need to know to see if it's going to be a strong move up, or basically looking very, very poor, and we're looking for that rollback down. And we need to analyze Bitcoin as well, of course, depending what Bitcoin is doing. We'll analyze that. But for the moment, it is still looking okay. It is still looking okay. We're still bullish. Everything points out that we're still bullish. We're still moving up. We're just pulling back. We got an insane run up here in November, part of December on Chainlink, right? Going from $12 to $30. We're just pulling back, baby. Nothing to worry about just yet. Can you take out virtual US dollar tether? Let's take a look at this one. This is an AI agent kind crypto, right? Crypto project, Virtuals. Yeah, this one's pulling back big time, guys. This one did I don't know, what did this do? This has done over 100x in about 3-4 months. Yeah, 100x in about 5 months since September, right? When I take a look at this kind of chart, I worry about this, legends. I worry about this kind of chart. When I see these kind of altcoins, right, this is the trending topic, right? AI agents at the moment, right, throughout the last couple of months. When I see these niches exploding like this, well, eventually, you know, I come to the conclusion that maybe, you know, there is a possibility that, you know, when you have a coin that does 100x, such as this one, and a few AI agents have done as well, you need to come to the conclusion that, you know, a topping zone is very much possible. Swarm is another one. Swarms is another one that's done it incredibly well here throughout the last few months. Yeah, well, the last few weeks, done about a 20x, getting a major pullback. Anyway, let's take a look at virtual. on the chart, legends, right away. Let's take a look at virtual on the chart. Then we go through Bitcoin. But this one right over here, yeah, when you take a look at a chart like this, this is a very, very dangerous kind of pullback that you would want to get in, right? My goodness. This is an extreme parabolic blow off top situation. This has just happened in a matter of a few weeks. This is an incredible hype. I could not buy this crypto unless we form a bottom formation at some point in the next coming weeks. Unless we form something like this, there's no way I could buy this in a million years on this falling knife that we have right now. So there's just no, this is just a full-on hype movement on this cryptocurrency. And I would say, yeah, we're going to bounce from this resistance right now, turning it into support, right? This would, you know, you might get a classic TA guy saying, yeah, we're just testing the highs here from December. We're all good. This is going to bounce from here. It's probably going to create a swing failure pattern on the short term. Without a doubt, it's a possibility. Sweep up these lows right there. Get supported from the highs of December, right over here at the $3.25 zone. Sweep up these lows and get an instant bounce reaction. Without a doubt, it's a possible quick flip. Okay, I mean, I know you can trade this. I've seen it on Bybit. It's on weeks as well. So you know, if you do want to trade it, this is a great level for an instant bounce reaction. But regarding accumulation, you could do a quick flip here. You got the resistance, sweep up the lows right there. Around about the $3.25. But it is aggressive. It is an aggressive move down. I mean, I like it because you got the golden pocket there as well from the recent higher low on the higher time frame. You got higher low, higher low. From this higher low right there, you do have the golden pocket sitting exactly at the $3.20. So an instant reaction bounce here is very possible. Regarding trading, it's a nice little day trade, long position, or a quick accumulation, flip it. But it is a level where you could bounce. But regarding strong accumulation, I would really wait for a, you know, kind of a bottom formation, selling pressure getting exhausted. If you want to trade some of these cryptos, guys, you do have Weeks, which is a great platform. Remember, no KYC. You do get just with an email and a password, you got $20,000 worth of deposit bonus. Bluffin is a great alternative as well to Bybit. So check out those two exchanges, guys. Weeks, you got a great deposit bonus. Check out the link down below, guys. Just with an email and a password, you signing up in a matter of minutes, starting to trade these different altcoins. We're going to take a look at Bitcoin kind of not holding. We got the news in about 2 hours and 5 minutes from now. Please, OneCoin, bro. Let's take a look at OneCoin. OneCoin was an incredible performing coin. That is Harmony One on the previous cycle. Yeah, the fact that this is also getting that resistance, if I'm not mistaken, from that just a basic trend line, right? Just a basic higher high right over there. My goodness, what a rejection from hitting the highs of March. There are many cryptos that I took 50% of what I bought throughout October and November, guys. September, October, November. This was a great accumulation area. Some of them did a 3-4x on average, made some profits, reached March highs. You need to take something. You leave a moon bag, right? I mean, this was the spot trade plan that we had throughout October, November. Staying on the safe side, leaving a moon bag. You got a really great position. I mean, this would have been the plan here as well for Harmony One. A lot of the L1s, you know, we couldn't take a look at everything, right? We had Cadena, we had Constellation DAG, we had, Fowler Network. We had so many different ones that we were looking at great zones. You know, if you want to buy 100 coins, then you can do so. But, you know, we were just looking at about a dozen, and most of them did get that rally. Some of them were shy on hitting the March highs, and some of them did reach the March highs to get the TP1, right, and get some of those funds out. But yeah, regarding Harmony One, with this pullback that we are getting, it's not going to be looking incredibly great, I have to say. It's not going to be looking incredibly great here based on this three-wave move down. If we do come down and hit the lows, this is without a doubt a level where you're likely going to get a bounce. But what I would not like about this movement to the downside is that you've already, you know, tested the lows here again. A bit in a five-wave move, a very dodgy one. You know, I wouldn't be, you know, what could I say that this is, what formation, what kind of formation is this? A bit of an expanding 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and then you get the reaction bounce. But overall, if we do move down like this, I'm not going to like it for the next coming months, I have to say. Preferably, we do not wick down beneath these lows on this crypto in this case, right? Very similar, right? Lots of altcoins are at some levels that I do not want them to hit, even though we are likely going to get that bounce. But the structure is not going to be looking good. So that bounce is going to probably be an exit liquidity, right, kind of bounce. Preferably we don't hit those lows on Harmony One, because then the structure will not be looking that great. Yeah, not much here that I can give on Harmony One. The best zone for Harmony One would have been buying here, swing longs or accumulating, and your highs from March is your take profit one. In the middle right now, well, yeah, you know, you're the best trading setup that you do have here, without a doubt. Preferably we don't hit it for the long term, but short term, if you do hit those lows, right, some smart guys might think that this is a head and shoulder scenario, but it's a fake out area without a doubt. It's you know, as you're dumping, you get the fear, you're going to get the breakout of the support, and it's a classic fake out level where you get an instant bounce throughout the next coming weeks. People are going to become very bullish again, but I would be very skeptical. I mean, it is a long trade, right? On the movement down, we want to find where the price could bounce, and on Harmony One, without a doubt, it is at the 2.1 cent level. The 2.1 cent level is the perfect bouncing zone, which is kind of that fake out from the lows that we have formed throughout the last couple of months, right? Well, December, yeah, basically in December. This, I'm going to put some alerts here because I know this is a very epic bouncing level, and I would be targeting the highs, the lower highs that we formed throughout the last week. This is a classic trading setup right there. Sweep up the lows, bang. Will we get a powerful move up here in the coming weeks? Well, if we are in that altcoin season, right, that beloved altcoin season that's going to come, right? It is altcoin season for many coins, such as this one, right? It's been in the right niche as well. AI agent is the hype at the moment right now. So AI agents, some of them are absolutely exploding. A lot of them are not doing much, but it's been in the right niche, right? I'm like an old school guy. I have lots of chain link. I'm happy with a 4, 5, 6x. But if you want to go down the niche, right? But so these ones get epic pullbacks, right? Look at Swarm. Swarm had a 40% pullback today, just in the last 24 hours. So these are volatile. It's a new niche. We know that new niches, they do create bubbles, right? You do create bubbles. Look at AI, right? Look at AI back in, you know, Q1 of 2024. Everything rallied 10x, right? Or even 15x, and then got a big pullback, right? Throughout Q2, entering the summer, right? All the AI coins got a huge, massive pullback. So, you know, you want to be careful. You don't want to be late. You don't want to ape in on these. Look at Max. Max is another one. Max is another AI agent crypto that has been absolutely exploding throughout the last couple of weeks. Just in the last 2 weeks, it's had a major rally, about a 10x. A 10x in about a week, right? So, you know, will this pullback be a good opportunity to buy in? We need to pull back significantly and find a bottom formation. That is for sure. We're getting into these small pullbacks. It can get risky. It can get risky. There's been a massive big hype the last few weeks on AI agents, and you know that when you see charts like this, you're probably going to enter late, right? You know, you could go down the rabbit hole and look at some that have just recently launched. You need to go to DEX tools, right? And see the ones that have been just recently launched, not even on CoinGecko, that have 100,000 market cap, right? Or 200,000. But obviously I'm not interested in those coins because I'm interested in putting 20K or 30K on some altcoins. And if I buy one that's 200,000 market cap, then I'm going to create a pump and I might get dumped on, right? So at least a few million market cap at a bare minimum, I would be interested in at least 5 or 10 million. And you can go down the rabbit hole here on AI agent. You know, this one's been doing pretty well throughout the last week. 200% up, Vanguard, and that is 20 million market cap. Maybe this one could get to 100 million, 200 million in the coming weeks. You really need to go down and do your research. But this one's rallying pretty nicely as well throughout the last week. Already pumped, yeah, over 5-6x in the last week. So it is dangerous to ape in on the pumps. Anyway, thought on Fartcoin. Yeah, Fartcoin has been the legendary coin that has meme coin, right? That has pumped incredibly throughout the last month, right? Last 1 to 2 months, doing a 10x, right? What can I say about Fartcoin? It's just been a trending coin throughout the last 2 months. What's the ticker symbol for Fartcoin? Anyway, let's take a look at this. Fartcoin, yeah, ticker symbol is Fartcoin. We want to be very careful. I'm really not interested in these kind of coins that have rallied that much. Yeah, I can't be interested in buying any of this. I mean, when I want to buy, I want to put, you know, I don't want to put $1,000. I mean, I would put $1,000 just to, you know, play with it. We might do a 2-3x. I'm just not interested. This is not the kind of investment that I'm looking at here. And looking at the chart, it's just been one that's been trending. It's a trending meme coin. So not much to say on Fartcoin. Would I say, you know, are there any opportunity zones here? We're coming down here to the order block area, right, which is going to find support. You might get a liquidity zone here beneath this low and then rally. Then, yeah, absolutely, you know, without a doubt, it's it would be the zone, but not interested. There's no proper TA to back up these kind of coins, in my opinion. Thoughts on 𝗕𝗶𝗽, please, says 𝗕𝗶𝗆. 𝗕𝗶𝗽, let's take a look at 𝗕𝗶𝗽. I think chill is the ticker symbol, right? Well, no, apparently it's not. Let's take a look at 𝗕𝗶𝗽. What is the ticker symbol for 𝗕𝗶𝗽? 𝗕𝗶𝗽, man. 𝗕𝗶𝗽 is another one that was going. What happened to this one? What happened to 𝗕𝗶𝗽? Oh, just the 𝗕𝗶𝗽. Which is the real one? On the Ethereum? Oh yeah, this has to be the fake one. One on Solana, major downtrend. I think the proper 𝗕𝗶𝗽 is the one on Ethereum, right? 𝗕𝗶𝗽 on Ethereum. Let's smash up that like button, legends. Oh my goodness. Which is the proper 𝗕𝗶𝗽? You know, this one's 1 million market cap on Ethereum. Which is the proper one? I mean, which is the proper one? Is it the first one on Solana? I think it's this one then, yeah. Okay, 146 million market cap. My bad, it's this one. This one, yeah, this one really got a hype, massive hype on the launch. Major pullback at the moment. This is still relatively high for a market cap here on a meme coin. It's all about the community. We can take a look at this one, 𝗕𝗶𝗿. It's, oh my goodness, what a major correction, huh? Holy moly, holy moly. Let's see if we do get another chart here. I guess 𝗬𝗫 launched this one very early. Yeah, there's no good news on this one, right? If we do range here, holy moly, it pumped and it dumped. I would say, you know, this was an acceptable buying zone, right? You know, this is the kind of charts that I'd like to take a look at. If you would have told me about 𝗕𝗶𝗿 just about a week ago, I would have said that, yeah, this is great accumulation zone. We did break out, but we're coming back down to that level. So, and it looks like the selling pressure is not finding a bottom formation. You know, if we start dancing around here on 𝗕𝗶𝗿 for the next coming weeks, and we form another bottom formation just similar to the one here that we formed late December, the first couple of days of January, if in the next coming days we form a range like this, then I would say, yeah, we're bottoming out here. We're probably going to get a pump. Will that pump form another lower high and come down? I don't know, but there could be a quick flip here. There could be a quick flip 2x on 𝗕𝗶𝗿 if we start consolidating here where the selling pressures got exhausted, just like we did here, right? A little bit of a bounce, another movement down. This is like a great zone, guys. You can see it, right? It's a great explanation. I think we need to remain patient. This is kind of waterfalling at the moment. You can trade. 𝗕𝗶𝗿 it's been added to so many exchanges. So I mean, this is available throughout multiple exchanges. I think it's going to be a matter of being patient here. We're only coming down to the lows right now, breaking the lows. So if we do range in the coming days, right, give or take 1 week or so, in this area, we could be looking for a nice recovery bounce, okay? So we are going to remain a little bit patient. This is one that I would be eyeing, okay? Because, I mean, it's been a trending meme coin. We're just going to have to remain patient. This is the kind of price action that we want to see, guys, for the next week. Very similar to late December. Because then here, you are looking for that bounce. You're looking for a movement. And this one did almost a 2x. I mean, you can make some pretty good gains. Just a quick flip, guys. With a bit of leverage, you know, if we do spot that range, we can make a pretty nice gain here. But the price needs to stop. I wouldn't expect a V-shaped recovery out of nowhere. So we need to wait here patiently. 𝗕𝗶𝗿 can be traded on Bybit. It can be traded on multiple different platforms. You also have it available on Wix or Bluffing, guys. Great alternative to Bybit. Just an email and a password. You can start trading in a matter of minutes, guys, on Wix. 20,000 deposit bonus. The more you deposit and trade, you're going to get those airdrops, okay? Check out the link for Wix down below, guys. You got $20,000 deposit bonus for Wix, okay? Great alternative to Bybit. Let's take a look at Bitcoin because Bitcoin is dumping. Let's analyze very, very carefully here. If we are going to come down, we are going to be sweeping up that liquidity here. Let's take a look at Bitcoin. My goodness, Bitcoin. What's going on? What's going on? Yeah, we just about, it looks like we're going to get that leg down here to 93.5K zone. We just have a lot of liquidity down here. And we are just about to sweep it up. So there's going to be an aggressive bouncing zone if we do come down to the weekly level. Weekly level, right? We just have that squeeze of liquidity there. Let's see if we do come down to those levels because we are building a lot of liquidity above us. That is without a doubt. Look at this. 96, 97. There we go. We're dumping. We're dumping very aggressively. Aiden here providing a pretty interesting chart. the first wave here, then this one right there, more like this, as this is your wave 1. Wave 2, 3, 4, and 5. Very much a possibility. Would be nice to get down to that weekly, to that previous month close. This would be an area that I would be speculating on a possible bounce. I don't want to speculate here in this zone. This for me is a really no trade zone. I have my levels. I'm going to remain patient for my levels. The attempt here was a failed one. I'm going to be waiting for this area, which is at 93.5. Let's see if we do get that price action aggressively moving down there, because that is where we have the liquidity sitting. If we do front run that liquidity, then so be it. But yeah, it would be nice to get down there to grab all of that liquidity. There is round about 500 million, 700, 800 down to $93,000. Don't think we'll go that low. But yeah, grab all of this liquidity before getting a pretty decent bounce. There we go. We got in Bitcoin down to this area. Let's see if we do get down to that level. Can you got a super chat here? Dev is doing absolutely great. Talking about memes. Check Nauk. Low cap legit founder. Let's take a look at that one. Want to focus here on what's going on with Bitcoin. Want to focus here on what's going on with Bitcoin out of that trade, compounding into this short trade. It's the kind of trade that I want to hold on to, because if we do get down to $92,000, $91,000, want to hold and maximize the profits eventually. But for any longs, I'm going to wait for this zone. Anyway, we can take a look at meme coins. Just going to set some alerts here down at the weekly, down at the lows, just in case we do get that extra drop on Bitcoin and start hitting that interesting level, the interest level, to see if we do react at this zone and get a recovery either at the weekly, either at the previous month close. It doesn't matter. One of those two levels, I want to see a reaction where we could get into a sniper long and be very defensive with our risk management. Okay. And set the alerts so we can take a look at some meme coins. Let's take a look at some meme coins. We're coming down to that interesting level of support. Let's see if we do get another extra $500 to $600 move down. It does look like it. It's going to happen. So I've got the alerts. The alerts are going to be set. Let's take a look at this one here. This meme coin. Thanks for the super chat, Roger. By the way, shout out to you. $20 super chat from Roger. Shout out to you, my man. Much love to you. Let's take a look at this one. Legit meme coin, because of a legit founder, right? Nauk. Let's take a look at Nauk right away here on the chart. Nauk. How do you say this? Nauk. This one only launched a couple of weeks ago, late December. Very low market cap. Wow. Yeah, this is extremely low. Legit founder. Interesting. I will take a look at this. No one will know. No one will know. Okay. No one will know. Okay, interesting. Okay. I will take a look at this. I mean, it's a very low market cap. I mean, could this go to 3, 4, 5 million, do a 10x? Just for fun, I might put $1,000 if it is good. It only launched a few weeks ago, and it's just pretty much flat. Bitcoin coming down to this area where we do have the interesting support zone. It is also the value area low of this trading zone. Coming down there, legends. Anyway, I will take a look at this one. It only launched, this meme coin. Legit founder, says Roger. Probably worth a look at, okay? I mean, 300,000. If you put 10K on this one, you're going to pump the price. That is for sure. A few percentage. So I wouldn't go too crazy. This one is available on Radium eventually. Still not launched on any exchanges. So Bitcoin coming down. My goodness, panic. Let's talk about, apart from the level of support that we have here at 93.5, we're going to be hitting those levels. Could there be a sniper trade there? We're just about going to hit those levels. If we front run, we're just probably hitting the 7/8 Fibonacci at the moment. 7/8 Fibonacci from the overall uptrend here. There is a lot of support down here. There is a lot of support. I want those levels to be hit. There is that liquidity. I mean, we are sweeping up quite a lot of that liquidity already. We just getting there. We got a bit more of liquidity at slightly lower levels. We're just eating up that liquidity. Probably going to get a little reaction now. But let's hit the confluence zone. Let's get that dip to that area. Weekly, previous month close. 7/8 Fibonacci has been tapped from this overall move to the upside. 7/8 has been tapped. Would be nice to get that weekly or previous month close. That could get the reaction bounce. When we do take a look at the higher time frame, it is also the value area low, I have to say, not from the entire range, of November, December, January. Well, it is as well. It's the value area low of the entire trading range. And this is support before taking out this low. Some kind of a bounce, the best area would be this zone where we are right now. But let's see if we do get down to the weekly. It would be epic to get that weekly as a reaction zone. It's the best level that we have at the moment here to get the reaction bounce, the weekly level. Anyway, let's clean the chart here ever so slightly. We know it's value area low. We know it's weekly and the previous month close. And if we just collapse down, guys, we're going down to 92, 91K. What can we say? We're going down. We're going down, baby. It is what it is. This kind of scenario, I mean, if that turns into an impulsive fifth wave, an expanding fifth wave, then we're just looking at the lows here. We're just looking at below $92,000. I don't think we should be getting some reaction bounce before going down there. There's a lot of support here. I do expect that support to provide power for the bounce. But overall, the scenario that we've been talking about throughout the last couple of weeks now about this larger ABC move to the downside looks like it's kind of coming to fruition, right? As soon as we sweep up the lows here, then we can already consider that this is kind of playing out, right? Now, the question is, where are we going to start finding some ground if that were to be the case? Anyway, for the moment, still at local support. We just ever so slightly front running the weekly by a few $100s. I really want that weekly level to be hit. Probably going to hit it now in the next coming minutes. Let's see. The alerts are there, guys. So we can take a look at some other altcoins as long as we're chopping here. Want that weekly to be hit. Waiting patiently for that level. Obviously, I don't want to short right down here. But Andy, look at BTC. Yeah, BTC is dumping. BTC is dumping. It is dumping. We got this support here from this trend line. That is doing something. It's doing something, but I would still want that wick down. Let's get that wick down here. And then I would speculate on a swing failure. Well, not a swing failure pattern, but basically a fake out and see the weekly level getting some support. I would see this as a possible swing long. So I wouldn't go too crazy. If we do find support here at this level, I want to see a significant bounce in between today and tomorrow. We do have some news today, which is the FOMC minutes, but I would be expecting all of these lower highs to be swept in the next coming days. So it will be a little bit of a swing long if you do get that reaction on the weekly. I wouldn't go too crazy here with leverage and amount of capital. I would go with a tiny position. I wouldn't go too crazy on that long. I would do a little bit of a hedge here against my short. With no stop loss. With no stop loss like 𝗕𝗫𝗃𝗏. There is no stop loss. We'll set a stop loss at $93,000 once we get that movement down. And if we do get a reaction, we are going to get in here with a small position just as a hedge. This is a falling knife, so if we do get that reaction, we don't want to have just hit the weekly. Just hit the weekly. Did it hit the weekly level? It kind of just front run that weekly. We didn't quite hit the weekly level. Don't tell me you're going to bounce. Look at this. Yeah, it's a front run from the weekly. We didn't hit the weekly level. You probably did on another exchange. But yeah, I'm going to wait here a little bit patient still to see if we do wick down ever so slightly more. We got the previous month close, the weekly. Still going to set an alert there. We want that weekly to be hit. Anyway, there are some altcoins, guys. It is moment to see if Bitcoin gets a reaction at this level. Okay. It is the moment to see if Bitcoin gets the reaction at this weekly level. I want to see a little bit more of a wick, get down beneath it, and then look for the long. It's still front running that zone. We want to see that movement down and get back above it. Then we got the stop loss. This is a very small movement. It's dumping, legends. Let me take a look at the super chat. But Bitcoin is very interesting right now. Just about to hit that weekly level. Will we smash through the level? Or will we get a bounce from it? Ever so slightly. Not hitting it just quite yet. Let's see if we do get that wick beneath the weekly and get back above it. Don't bounce from here, Bitcoin. There we go. We're crossing that weekly at the moment. Crossing the weekly. Kind of getting a little bit of a reaction here. Still there. Crossing now. Previous month close. Are we going to hit previous month close? If we do hit it and get back above it, I would speculate if we just waterfall. Let's see. We in between the weekly and the previous month close right now as we speak. Let's see what we do. Will we cross the monthly and break down, or will we recover from the weekly? We're breaking down from the previous month close at the moment. Let's see if this one gets a reaction. It is not at the moment. It is ever so slightly. It's still beneath the level. Let's see if we do get some kind of a reaction here. Man, if we continue down, then this is it, guys. We're going lower. Wow. Weekly, just like butter. Previous month close. Nothing just yet. We're just sweeping up the liquidity, which has been swept right now. It is dumping, guys. We're not reacting at the level. We're not getting above it. What can we say? Still a bit of liquidity here at 93k. Let's take a look at the price. Got the movement down. This could be the moment. This could be the moment. We're going to do a sniper. We're going to do a sniper right there. It's a small position. Just trying to get above the monthly, the previous month close. Yeah, it's not holding. It's not holding. It's not holding here on the lower time frames. It looks like we just want a waterfall. Yeah, it hasn't hold. It hasn't hold unless we get back now. And then this was an aggressive reaction level. It tried to get above it. But yeah, there's no big other major levels here, I have to say. What a waterfall, guys. We are going down. Levels are not holding. Probably going to get stopped out from that position. We will just maintain the short. .88 is a possibility if we do not bounce from here right now. 0.88 is a possibility where we do have this higher low of getting a bounce, and if not, we just take out the lows, and if not, we just waterfall down to the lows. Down to the lows here at $92,000. I have to say that was quick. That was quick, because when we do take a look at what is disturbing about this ABC move that we've been talking about throughout the last, this is a $10,000 move down, guys, in 24 hours. Literally $10,000 in 24 hours. From 102,000 to, yeah, basically $92,000, right? Almost. It looks like we're just going to take out the low and break down. The fact that we have moved down here in a very strong and fast impulsive move, this tells me that, if this is a long B wave, we are, the movement is just as fast, right? Let's just take a look at the timing. The movement has been just as fast as this one. This was a very, very fast move down from the highs right there to the lows. And let's just take a look at the, the one-to-one, this vertical blue line is round about Thursday, so in 2 days. This is how fast this movement was, right? Just literally 3 days. This was a 3-day move, and this was a dump of $15,000 in 3 days. We're getting that same kind of sentiment right now. It's just been as fast as this wave, which is pretty interesting to see. What a major dump that we are getting. Currently beneath the monthly the monthly close as well. Weekly level. I mean, if we do close a 15-minute candlestick above it, we do get a recovery. That could be, I would be surprised. There hasn't been any proper retracement here. Just breaking down. I mean, this could possibly mean that we're still inside of a third wave. We're going to have to analyze here very, very carefully this impulsive move down. Looks like it's going to happen. It's going to happen that we are going to take out finally below $92,000. Unless we start getting a recovery here and a bounce or a consolidation at least. Getting about above the monthly now, above the weekly level is going to be interesting, right? If you do close that, at least the 15-minute or the 1 hourly candlestick. We're just literally hitting right now I mean, the next hour is going to be crucial. Unless we do have, in the 1 hour and 30 minutes from now, legends, which we do have the news, we have the FOMC minutes. This could be either extremely bullish or extremely bearish, right? The FOMC minutes. DXY is probably, 𝗕𝗶𝗆𝗽 is just taking the dump. All altcoins are probably just nuking to the downside. 𝗕𝗶𝗽𝗽, we were talking about 𝗕𝗶𝗽𝗽 just a few minutes ago. My goodness, this has just got a dump in the last few minutes of 10, 20%. No, 13, 14% right now. Holy moly, guys. Altcoins are getting devastated. They are getting absolutely wrecked. Bitcoin on an absolute waterfall here. We will hold on to the short without a doubt. We will hold on to the short till those lows are claimed. And we'll just go with that. Legends, remember, if you want to trade on weeks, I'm actually feeling like I want to compound into the short right now, but I'm not, because, the price will go, we are going to get a bounce at some point. We just hold on to the short. If you are interested in trading, guys, weeks is a great alternative to Bybit. You do have just an email and a password just to sign up. You got the biggest bonus available down below in the description. Bluffing is also a great alternative, also with a great bonus. Just an email and a password, and you can start trading in minutes, guys. You have hundreds of altcoins there. Check out Weeks with the greatest deposit bonus, $20,000 that will be airdropped every time you trade. You get those airdrops, guys. Check out Weeks right away with the link down below for that bonus. We're dropping, legends. What can I say? Hunt, please, listed on futures on weeks. Well, let's take a look. If it is on weeks, we can take a look at that one. But my 𝗕𝗶𝗽𝗽 is just dropping down. Unless once we start seeing 𝗕𝗶𝗽𝗽 forming a bottom formation, then we can speculate that we can get a bounce. But anyway, let's take a look at this one right away. Hunt. Let's take a look at Hunt. What is this one? This has to be... This one is on weeks. Hunt, is that on Solana? Hunt, this one right there. 4 million low cap meme coin. You got a German shepherd's dog. Let's take a look at this one. This one's at 1.2 cents. But anyway, Bitcoin's dumping, guys. There's nothing to do about it. We might be heading down below 92K, right? Not much. No reactions at the weekly, monthly. We just continue with the short and we go to lower levels. What can we say? Hunt US dollar. It's probably this one, 1.2 cent. This one did get an interesting rally. Interesting rally here throughout December. Out of nowhere. The fact that we formed a lower high here makes me believe that this could be a double 1-2, but this is a very low cap. What can I say? This is a very low cap. Where there's going to be interest is going to be at these lows. There's a lot of buying levels without a doubt beneath this low here on Hunt. But yeah, this one can be traded on weeks, apparently. This one can be traded on weeks. We're getting a small little reaction right now on Bitcoin. Small little reaction bounce. Oh, we've hit the 0.88. We've hit the 0.88. That was a bit of an aggressive long. Yeah, this was actually another level for an aggressive long. Basically a swing failure pattern from that low. That was a good sniper long right there. Because you had the 0.88 Fibonacci. But the fact that you hit the 0.88 Fibonacci, this could be the level where it gets a significant bounce actually. The 0.88 Fibonacci, the new golden pocket, sweeping up that higher low right there. Now it's claimed the liquidity. It was a sniper long. It was a sniper long already bouncing $300-400 from that level, but very, very aggressive levels to speculate on a long. The 0.88 is the level that got a little reaction here. Yeah, a little swing failure pattern liquidity grab from that level, but wouldn't trust it. This is very aggressively moving down. Any scalp longs, just get in, get out, make a bit of profit. because this is waterfalling still for the moment. The moment that we do close an hourly candle, above that weekly and the previous month close is going to be very interesting, right? It's not going to be easy, as in 1 hour and 25 minutes from now, legends. We do have the FOMC minutes. Stay cautious. Could this get bullish news? I mean, he might say that there's going to be some money printing activity. We're going to get interest rates down, and maybe the markets get a massive reaction bounce, okay? Or the opposite, the market just continues dumping. What is the S&P 500 doing? But I would speculate that the dollar index is ICP. Come on, ICP. Don't tell me that you're taking the massive dump. DXY. Let's take a look at it right away. DXY pumping. We need the dollar index to get a major reversal in the next coming days, guys, if we want that bull run to continue. There is a very interesting tweet here. Deja vu indeed here from Mickey the Bull. I mean, we want to take this as with a grain of salt. Great for risk assets like BTC and altcoins. Not today anyway. But yeah, the speculation here of the dollar index is pretty curious. I mean, this is a very, very short period of time from 2016 where, DXY after a Trump election, and dollar index did go down throughout 2016. And, there's speculation that dollar index will do the same thing. We will get that reversal, which will bring the pump, right? There's probably going to be some money printing activity. We do have that liquidity cycle theory. That is, we are in a liquidity cycle throughout 2025. The money printer hasn't gone on just yet, right? So, a lot of people speculating, me also, about there is going to be money printer going on. We got Donald Trump already, right, being president this year, getting in here in January, and deja vu. Dollar index did go down when Donald Trump entered as president in 2016, and there's speculation that that's going to happen as well. He is saying that inflation is continuing to rage, and interest rates are far too high. Interest rates are far too high. So is it a possibility that interest rates are going to be cut faster in 2025? If not, we enter depression stage. Bitcoin getting that reaction from the 0.88 Fibonacci. That was I missed out on that long here looking at an altcoin, but it would have been a great entry point. We are recovering right now, ever so slightly. The sniper long was at the, as you lose, you need to go level to level here, basically, right? You need to go level to level. If you have an attempt here at the monthly close or the weekly didn't react too well. Monthly was a little bit in doubt. Inside of this area, you don't want to do any funny business. I mean, if I would have been actively trading, then I would have speculated on that possible long position there and already be defensive, right? We don't want to be playing around with any longs here or anything. If this moves down throughout the news that we do get in the next hour, right? Hour and 20 minutes, which is the FOMC minutes. You don't want to have any funny business, trading scenarios, right? Adding to longs or adding to shorts. I got a bunch of limit shorts or limit longs. When the news is coming out, guys, you want to be very defensive when we have the news, because we do not know what kind of volatility is going to happen. If it's going to be a massive dump or a pumping dump, stay defensive in about an hour and 20 minutes. But this was a pretty epic sniper long. We're bouncing around about $600 from that 0.88 Fibonacci, which is also a higher time frame, higher low SFP level. Just a quick little scalp. It's a quick little scalp with no doubt right there. I'm not sure if anybody managed to sniper trade that $92,600 where we have the 0.88 Fibonacci and a quick higher low right there. Sniper long. let's go through comment section, guys. Remember, if you are interested in trading Weeks, great platform. I've been trading on Weeks throughout the last few weeks. It's absolutely awesome, highly liquid. You got the greatest bonus down below, legends. Okay, you got $20,000 deposit bonus. Check out the link. I mean, if you can trade on Bybit is a great trading platform, but Weeks overall, testing it out, and it's working like a charm. You got the greatest bonus down below, legends, on Weeks. You just need an email and a password for Weeks. Check it out, okay? So yeah, whoever sniped longed, you're probably going to get into a very good position. If we do start recovering from the weekly and the monthly, this could have been the level where you actually going to bounce off here throughout today and tomorrow and get a bounce of a few $1,000s. The risk, the level to get in was that one, without a doubt. You had the monthly close or the weekly, no big major reaction, or you had the 0.88 Fibonacci from the rise here that we had throughout the last week with a liquidity grab from this higher time frame, higher low. So whoever sniped longed that level, this could get a bounce of a few $1,000s between today and tomorrow. So whoever managed to manage risk and get into that long, I mean, you only have a few seconds to get in at the best level, but so far it is bouncing quite nicely. I missed out on that long because I was taking a look at a meme coin, but whoever got into the long, guys, it's a good level. It's a good level, already bouncing almost $1,000 from that level. So whoever got into the long, good job. Good job. It was the next level, right? We need to go level to level here when we're trying to catch a falling knife. And the best level to catch a falling knife was, as we do see on the chart, the 0.88 from the rise. And it's actually perfect higher low on the higher time frame. So already bouncing about $1,000. If you sniped that level, you can be very defensive with your stop loss right now. Beautiful, beautiful. This is the kind of liquidity grab that we want to see. You got this area to sniper. Stop loss, you can be defensive with your stop. You're managing risk. This could be a recovery trade. This could be the moment where it does actually recover. So whoever got into that long, I've scratched a little bit of profits from the short because, yeah, I missed out on the long, guys. But this was the next level. Who jumped? Dumping. Still a good time to long, y'all. Yeah, I would be, a little bit skeptical. If you can go into a small position, if we get a pullback, I might speculate on it. But we are getting above the weekly at the moment. We still have 17 minutes for that hourly candle to close. And yeah, this will look like a pretty epic wick. It could look like a pretty epic wick. It is the moment to get a bounce. It is the moment to get a significant bounce. We haven't had any proper retracement, so I've scratched some profits from the short because I am aware of a large bounce here between today and tomorrow. However, I would be defensive on any trades throughout the next hour, guys. Remember that in 1 hour and 15 minutes, we do have the FOMC minutes. We do not know how the price is going to react throughout this news. FOMC minutes in exactly 1 hour and 15 minutes from now. There is probably going to be a lot of people live, a lot of traders, technical analysts, influencers. I've already been 2 hours live here today, but just to let you know, be aware of any open positions. I would even be quite defensive. I mean, if you got into this level, which was the sniper long, the weekly did not react too well. We crossed through the level, and the one that got the reaction was, I mean, we have to love the 0.88. 0.88 is, for me, like the new golden pocket. There's so many epic opportunities at the 0.88 Fibonacci, guys, on a higher time frame rise, right? You got the clear rise, pivot low to the pivot high here. 0.88 getting a bounce of $1,000. You know, that's already pretty good. You can enter, stop loss at the low, be defensive. It gives you so epic entries, and you know, you're basically in a free trade at the moment, because you could have your stop loss close to break even instead of, you know, and you could get a bounce of a couple of $1,000s between today and tomorrow. Of course, we do have the FOMC minutes, and this could bring some volatility. It might break down, legends. All right, don't want to bring any fear. Just want to make people be defensive when you are trading. But the 0.88, my goodness, I mean, this was a great zone for the 0.88, the zone that we did have here throughout 2024. My goodness, let's just, and this is higher time frame, right? This is also higher time frame 0.88, where we're getting a bounce of over $1,000 at the moment as we speak, right? From a higher time frame pivot high or pivot low. And this, let's just go through this range that we formed in 2024. The 0.88, I like to call it the new golden pocket. It's the new golden pocket. Pivot high to pivot low. From the rejection here of this all-time high, you had 0.88 right there. Fibonacci, big major rejection. You also had a little bit of a harmonic right there, and big rejection at the 0.88. There's so many. We got so many here. Pivot low, pivot wick low. Just so you can consider the 0.88, guys, is an epic level. Pivot wick low to the all-time high. This rise basically. 0.88 tapped to perfection. Incredible bounce of several $1,000s, almost $10,000 actually on that 0.88 bounce. Yeah, over $10,000. Anyway, instant bounce. There's so many. I love the 0.88. If we do have an extra confluence, in this case we had a liquidity grab from a higher low, it's a great level. Look at this pivot high to the pivot low right there. You got another 0.88 reaction. Above 0.88, beneath 0.88, bam, several $1,000 move down. It's full of them. Look at this one. This one was epic as well. I remember this one. Pivot low of the range to the pivot high of this range. Fibonacci retracement. Bang. 0.88 hit from this rise. Move down. Boom. 0.88 bounce of a few $1,000s. So, I mean, I like to call it the new golden pocket. It's such a good level. That gets a reaction, and especially if you do have a swing failure pattern level, right? In this case, you had a higher low right there. Beautiful for a bounce. 0.88 with that higher low. It's just a sniper scalp as well, guys. You can be very defensive. Anyway, let's go through FOMC meeting. FOMC meeting minutes. Yes, we do have that, guys. That is still in about an hour from now, right? If I'm not mistaken, let me know. It's still in about an hour and 10 minutes from now, guys. Stay cautious when we do have the FOMC minutes out. This could bring fireworks either up or down. Would be nice to see a massive rejection on the dollar index. Dollar index to start getting a pullback. If we start getting dollar index, right? Just imagine whatever we do get out of the FOMC minutes. That's what we need, legends, to find a bottom and find a recovery. Are we flipping now? What about Elliott Wave if we slice further? Regarding Elliott Wave, if we were to slice further, we would have to come to the conclusion that we're still in a third wave. This is still very powerful. There's no big major retracement. It's still part of a third wave. You're still inside of the formation of the third wave. But yeah, it would be rare. You know, at some point you're going to get a reaction. You're going to get a bounce, and that bounce is going to give us that possible higher time frame fourth wave, and then another roll down. So these pullbacks have been very, very shallow, very, very shallow pullbacks. So you just, when you don't have a proper pullback, you need to come to the conclusion that you're still in the third wave. It's still very impulsive. Alts on sale. Alts are getting wrecked. Alts are getting wrecked. Let's take a look at 𝗖, because 𝗖 is probably going to be in a very interesting buying zone for me at the moment. This is shopping zone, guys. This is DCAing zone. This is the dip that we want. This could even go to lower levels, but 𝗖 is without a doubt, and we are going to see this in the coming days, because the drops do find a bottom formation. They do find a bottom formation for a few days. In this case, looking at the daily chart on 𝗖, I'm looking at this bars pattern, right, from Brett, and I am looking at 𝗖 to actually, find a little bit of a bottom formation in the coming days, and that will be the level. That will be the level. 𝗖 still looks bullish. We do have the first initial leg up here in 2024. Big correction throughout 2024 as well, throughout the summer. Recovery in an expanding wave. Wave 1, wave 2. Wave 2 is devastating. But what comes after wave 2 is wave 3. And the ultimate level is coming down to the 7/8 Fibonacci, which is at 31 cents. So this area, no matter how volatile it is, it's going to be altcoins on sale, like somebody says. And it's going to take a couple of weeks eventually till we get that breakout. But overall, shopping area with no doubt here for 𝗖 in this 30-40 cent zone, legends. Or a low leverage swing long position, right? Depending on how you can manage your risk, right? When you want to swing long these pullbacks, if you're using more than a 5x, you're going to get wrecked, right? On swing longs for altcoins, you need to use a 2, 3, 4x max. Be ready to add to the position. Don't deploy too much capital. This is a swing trade for the long term, for the next coming months, guys. Anybody that is going with high leverage, 10x or 20x on altcoins, they get wrecked, because altcoins drop on average at 10-20% on a normal dip on Bitcoin. So be careful, right? If you're using leverage, if you want to trade 𝗖 or any other different cryptos, Bybit without a doubt is a great platform, for me the number one. But if you can't trade on Bybit, you have Weeks, guys. Weeks is an awesome platform. You do get an incredible bonus with the link down below in the description, okay? You just need an email and a password, $20,000 deposit bonus. Check out Weeks right away. It is the third link down below, as you can see, for Weeks. Just an email and a password, and you'll be getting an exclusive bonus for yourself. Bluffin is also a great alternative to Weeks. If you already have Weeks and you want to trade in another exchange, you got Bluffin. Bitcoin for the moment getting an interesting bounce. That 0.88 Fibonacci with that sweep of the lows was the level. Whoever got into that long, congratulations, doing absolutely epic. I missed it because I was looking at a meme coin. But it doesn't matter. There's trading opportunities every single day. But this was without a doubt the level, the 0.88 Fibonacci with that SFP liquidity grab from that higher low. I mean, this is the value area low of the entire range as well. Huh? This is the value area low of the entire range. If Bitcoin had to get a bounce, it had to be here, short-term bounce. Sweep of this higher low, 0.88 Fibonacci, the new golden pocket, already getting a bounce of over $1,000. It could bounce another couple of $1,000 to the upside in between today and tomorrow, because what has happened with the liquidity, we swept that liquidity. Look at this, no more. It's now it's time to get the liquidity to the upside, right? We had about $1 billion of long liquidations just an hour ago at the $93,000 range, and we've swept it, guys. Lots of long liquidations happening right now, and now we have so many short liquidations at $97,000, which is absolutely insane. Over $2 billion. It makes sense that we do get a reaction bounce, guys, throughout today and tomorrow, okay? Stay cautious with local volatility, because we do have the FOMC minutes in about an hour and 5 minutes from now, guys, okay? So, yeah, stay cautious. Stay cautious because we could wick down, we could wick up. If you have any positions, be defensive. If you're in profit, if you know, be defensive. We do not really know. Hopefully, it's going to be bullish. The FOMC minutes, it would make sense based on the technical analysis that it has to be bullish, and we get a pretty epic rally of a few $1,000s on Bitcoin throughout today and tomorrow, right? Get the relief bounce with the news coming out. It would make sense based on the analysis. We are very strong support. We at the value area low. We hit the 0.88 Fibonacci. 0.88 Fibonacci means one thing, that low is going to be taken at some point, guys, if not today, in the next coming days. So the bounce that happens here will likely be corrective, and we are looking for Bitcoin to actually roll back down in the coming days. I'm sorry to say, but it just increases the probabilities that this is not a wave 1 and this is a wave 2, and that we're going to form a wave 3 right now. It's highly unlikely that that is going to happen, just because 0.88 Fibonacci is very uncommon for a wave 2, giving you a high chance that whatever happens here is going to still have a continuation of a correction, and that low is going to be taken at some point, right? Despite the bounce to a 98k, I will be very much aware that this bounce is not going to have much steam. We'll be analyzing the waves very carefully and the levels of resistance and support, but a few $1,000 bounce is very much a scenario that could happen in the next coming days, guys. Be cautious. The third dump wave will be bigger than the first. Will the third dump wave be bigger than the first? That is interesting. Do you mean this one? Do you mean this one? Do you mean this has been the first one? This is the third one? We are still speculating based on the analysis that Bitcoin will reach all-time high in the next coming weeks, give or take months maybe. And this is an ABC correction. We're just looking for a sweep below $90,000, and the price will bottom out at some stage and get a rally. That is in the next coming weeks, of course. For the moment, this is a good local level where we have bounced from, which is the $92,600. You know, this as soon as we were crossing that monthly close, we said the next level is this pivot low for a swing failure pattern, and basically the 0.88 Fibonacci. You get a reaction, you snipe along, and you put your stop loss beneath the low. We're already bouncing here over $1,000. So that was the long trading setup to take after breaking the weekly level. There was nothing to do here in this zone. Just wait for the next big level, which was this one, 0.88. And, you know, we could be expecting a few $1,000 of a bounce throughout the next, you know, couple of days, right? This is about time as well. It's about time with the movement down that we got today to get that bounce. There's no big retracements, no big major bounces. So this was the level to get into a long. And for the moment, it is happening quite nicely. So yeah, this bounce is looking pretty promising. This bounce for the moment is looking pretty promising. I will be paying attention to the pullbacks, right? Let's just analyze the lower time frame, because there could be a scalp long. Anybody that feels left out, such as myself, from that level, because we were looking at some meme coin. The next pullback will be, if we do get a pullback, it's going to be interesting. I mean, eventually, yeah, we just got a small little back test from that previous month close. That's what bounced right now. The previous month close is we've had a little back test there, a little bit aggressive of a long there. But yeah, got above the previous month close and getting a bounce right now. I would be cautious with the news, guys. And we got the VWAP. VWAP is all the way up here. Yeah, I would assume that Bitcoin will manage to rally here if we don't have any bad news, all the way up to the VWAP 95k and even higher. This is a classic zone to start sweeping up these lower highs that we formed on this downtrend and get a significant, bounce. This is not a zone that I would want to jump into a long, I have to say. If I didn't long here, I'm not FOMOing in on the bounce. I would even be defensive. This was the level to long if you didn't long here. If you long here, there's a risk management situation here. Where you're putting your stop loss, are you going to add to the position? It's just, for me, it's a risk management situation. This is why I wouldn't long right now, even though I am aware that this is probably going to bounce all the way up to the VWAP, all the way up to 95K, all the way up to these lower highs. So if you want to long, you take it with a grain of salt, manage your risk as you do. How low can Flux go if BTC pulls back to $87,000? That is a very good question. We can take a look at that right away on Flux. We want to maintain ground here. I mean, this is the level of interest. I have to say, this is still inside of the level of interest. We could wick down the lows. This is still at the level of interest. There is a possibility that Flux might even claim this low right over here. As long as we're still maintaining uptrend structure, we're still good. This is still epic. This is an awesome project, and yeah, this will do well in the near future with no doubt, in my opinion. It's a very, very solid project, Flux. But yeah, I would say around about 51, 52 cents. This is still good. Let's chill a little bit. The best strategy that you could have here is DCAing. Buy a bit here. If you drop a little bit more, I wouldn't expect this one to go down to 20 cents, right? This is going to find a bottom formation in the next coming weeks, and it will get a reversal. So the best strategy that you could do after a severe pullback is DCA. So then you ain't going to be in profits when you pump, right? Don't FOMO and buy on the pump. But DCAing on these dips is without a doubt not a bad idea. That is for sure on Flux. You just need to hold on this volatility. What can I say? This volatility dump. Hold on, baby. Welcome to crypto if you are relatively new. So Kadena, I don't even want to take a look at Kadena. Please tell me that we have not gone down to 70 cents on Kadena. Almost, my goodness. Bought quite a bunch of Kadena. I have to say, bought over 10,000 Kadena tokens. I think something like 17 or yeah, almost $20,000 with 20,000 tokens here at this 60-70 cent zone. Did not take profit here because this is a bag that I bought here in this range. I've been buying several different cryptos. We can't buy everything, but Kadena was one of them. PRQ, right? Constellation DAG, Fowler Network. Bought a bunch. Bought a dozen cryptos. Kadena was one of them and did not take the initial investment and profits out just by 5 cents here. Just by 5 cents, we didn't reach the target zone. I have to say, we need to wait. I would wait here on this one a little bit. I want to see a little bit of a bottom formation. I would personally. I've already bought here in this area. It's in profit still, but it was much better profits up here. We just missed it. So, I mean, this time altcoins have moved a little bit different. You got some altcoins reaching the March highs of 2024. Some altcoins are almost reaching it, and some of them even going halfway. So the ones that reached March highs, I took profits, and the ones that didn't, I'm still holding, right? So it's just a matter of being patient. Would I say buy right now, Kadena? I would say let's chill to see what Bitcoin does, because Bitcoin does have a chance that in the next coming, couple of weeks, let's say, we could be coming down below $90,000, right? It is a possibility. Epic bounce on Bitcoin right now. The amount of liquidity that there is, if you did get into You know, I took more profits on the short here, just realizing the epic bounce that we could form. Missed the long position. It doesn't matter. I can get into trade tomorrow or tonight. Doesn't matter, guys. But yeah, there was a pretty nice, interesting long position at 92,600, almost bouncing $2,000 right now. And I would be defensive on that trade, just manage risk. But this could actually bounce quite nicely throughout today and tomorrow, getting up to 95, 96, even $97,000. Looks pretty damn good for Bitcoin to get a nice bounce eventually after the collapse, right? And the best level was this one here at the 92,600, which was the 0.88 Fibonacci and the SFP, right? And the value area low of the entire range from November, December. It was the level to enter the long position. What do I think about Chainlink? Chainlink is, yeah, we did take a look at Chainlink just for a few minutes, just about an hour ago on the stream. Chainlink is still good. Still holding my bags, and I'm not selling. It wouldn't look too good if we hit this level based on Elliott wave theory. I'm looking at a third wave that hasn't completed yet, where we're basically looking at 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. This third wave hasn't finished. We should be getting well above $30, $34, $36 in the next coming weeks. If we do break down and start hitting this green box zone, we'll be starting to cross the 618 Fibonacci, which is kind of invalidating the potential of a wave 4. And that is when I would be skeptical on the bounce. You know, I might be exiting crypto. I might be panic selling the pump here. Some of my Chainlink, because I mean, I've been buying for years Chainlink, and I got significant funds on Chainlink, and yeah, I just, depending on the movements in the coming weeks, but it's still bullish, huh? Chainlink is still bullish. No problemo. We're still good for another wave. We should be holding here the $19, $20 zone, not managing to get below $18 in the next coming days. And you know, it's forming a little bit of a wedgie structure. You know, some might think this is a head and shoulder, right? The classic head and shoulder breakdown. This is it. And we actually in a very, very steep corrective structure here that is probably going to get an epic breakout in the next couple of weeks to the upside, which is what I'm expecting. Still, it's still bullish. I mean, these lows are pretty good levels, either for, you know, low leverage, swing long position, managing risk, or accumulation. This is still very good. Chainlink can be traded on Bybit. It can be traded on Weeks and on Bluffing, guys. Remember that on Weeks, you do have an epic bonus down below, guys. You just need an email and a password. Scroll down. You got the link right over here for Weeks. Okay, where you get that epic bonus. It's basically an email and a password to sign up, guys, in a matter of minutes. Bitcoin with the epic bounce. Congratulations, whoever got into the long position, recovering pretty nicely throughout the last hour. Remember that we do have the FOMC minutes exactly in 50 minutes, legends, from now. Be cautious, be defensive. We might get an epic pump. We might get an epic dump. We might not have anything. It might be a big fat nothing burger. Stay cautious in the next 50 minutes. Whoever jumped into the long position here, congratulations. Stay defensive. We could get volatility throughout the FOMC minutes, guys. It's going to be a little bit of a fest, possibly. Thank you very much. Welcome to the channel if you're new. If you want more in detail analysis from me and the coaches, you got the Legends Trading Community, okay? It's the first link down below. That is where we do daily updates. We also have setups here with Aiden. Check it out, guys. You have the Discord, the free Discord, or the paid Discord, of course, where you're going to get more updates, okay? Check out Discord. Join the free Discord. There's a lot of active people there anyway. Thank you, everybody, and I will see you in the next one.